Hello YouTube. For your reviewing pleasure today, I have a Heller release of the Heinkel HE-112 BO/B1. This would have been a pre-war aircraft that was produced. One thing to note that is interesting on the boxings that I have of the German aircraft, at some point they had embossed on the actual swastika in the box art. They then had marked somehow or stamped a marking over every single instance of it. But as you can see in the light, it does actually show through. So it is interesting that it is still there and that it was originally put on, and I'm assuming that they used a Sharpie or some other type of magic marker to try to blacken it out. Going around though, there is two different marking options. One is a BO3 from HE-132 of the Luftwaffe, and this was from 1938. Then you have another one that is from, I apologize if I mispronounce this, it is the Force Aérienne Romaine Bessarabia in 1942. So I'll try to get this to focus in so you can read that. So if you happen to know, specifically for the second marking option, who that was from, might be more beneficial to you than to me, because I will be doing it in the Luftwaffe markings, as this is a pre-war. Going on around the box, though, before I go ahead and fully dive in, kit number on this is going to be 240. See if I can focus. There we go. 240. And then just basically stating that there's two variants. Same thing on all the rest of the sides. So, inside of the kit itself comes with a single sheet, standard piece of paper with all of the information on it. It is in old typewriter style text. And to be honest, if you're not used to reading it, is a little difficult to read and go through. However, the kit is very basic, as you can see. It's definitely showing its age at best. The marking options that they show here are, again, almost atrocious at best. It's hard to really... if you didn't know what the color scheme should be, it would be very difficult to understand to build this. The one other part that is kind of interesting is here is your written instructions. And it literally just shows the different clusters, so your different sprue callouts, and then your color callouts are all here. Again, it is a very almost disorganized way to do instructions, but, you know, Heller did what they did at the time, and I apologize, I could not find a date of production on this, but again, it is definitely an interesting kit, and it's an aircraft that's not done by many other individuals. Decal sheet, as you can see, is beyond sparse. At this point, I'm probably not even going to use this decal sheet. I might use it for the HE and the EF, however, I may even try to just stencil those in myself. Going on to the actual plastic parts, though, the detail is actually quite nice. It is raised panel lines, but for older kits, that's to be expected. Have two-part cowls. You have two different style of cowls, so check your... or engine covers, so check your references as to which variant you'll be doing. They make it a nice drop-in fit, so it'd be interesting to see how well these parts up here actually fit in. But again, nice raised panel lining, nice bit of detail, especially, like I said, for 1/72 scale. To kind of put this into size comparison and perspective, put a Tamiya bottle of extra thin right behind it. It's quite a small little aircraft. So, but there's your fuselage. Has interior detail on the sidewalls, which is nice. Again, for this scale, spray it one color, dry dry brush on some color or pick out a few individual knobs or whatever to try to really, pick something out. Prop is just 2-blade prop. Nice thing is pretty much very little flashing or burring between the parts. Specifically with the prop, that's something that always seems to be a bear. Gear looks to be in nice condition. Obviously for 70-second scale, you're not going to see a whole excessive amount of detail. But hopefully you can see on that. Wheels kind of crude, but not too bad. The gear doors, quite nice, both inside and outside. Nice bit of ribbing detail and no real apparent sink marks from that additional ribbing detail or strengthening plate up here at the top. Nice little bent wing design to the aircraft, and I apologize if this is out of focus at all. Try to get my camera to focus. There we go. Try to keep that locked in. It's a nice little bent wing to it, which is actually what attracted me to this kit. Again, it's a small little kit. The last part here is just the clear sprue, which this is just your injection port over here. So this is it. Luckily, no bubbles or anything like that in the glass. And to be honest, I mean, a little bit of movement, but for this being like, this would be a number 11 X-Acto blade, it's hardly the width of an X-Acto blade. It is an extremely thin canopy. So, well, this has been a quick little look at the Heller Heinkel HE-112 BO/B1.